It felt as though her soul had been destroyed, as if the best part of her had been burned away. The manuscript was not just paper, it was her dreams, her voice, her hope for the future, and in one cruel act, it was all taken away from her. In 1954, in the bustling city of Lagos, where the air buzzed with the promise of new beginnings, Adah first laid eyes on Frances. She was a dreamer, one of those rare souls who dared to reach the stars, where most could only gaze. In Frances, she thought she had found a partner, someone who shared her hunger for life beyond the ordinary. Their love felt like the beginning of a fairy tale, a tale of two dreamers bound by ambition and hope, reaching for forever. It wasn't long before their love blossomed into a family. Titi, the firstborn, arrived, a beautiful, joyful baby boy who filled their home with laughter. Not long after, their daughter, Vicky, brought even more light into their lives. The picture was perfect. A happy family of four navigating the bustling city of Lagos with dreams too big for the city's horizon. But fate had more in store. Adah's job at the American consulate opened doors, and with it, the opportunity of a lifetime. London, the promise of a new beginning in a land where dreams are supposed to come true. With hope in their hearts, they left Lagos behind, riding off into the sunset. Except there wasn't a sunset, nor was it a fairy tale. London was cold, not just in weather, but in spirit. The dream they once held so close started slipping away, replaced by the harsh realities of life as black immigrants. The streets were unwelcoming, the people colder still. Prejudice became the invisible wall that Adah and Francais found impossible to scale. Their children, Titi and Vicky, quickly learned that London of the 1960s was not a place where they could simply be children. It was a place where they had to be strong, even when the world tried to break them. Francis, once full of dreams, found himself beaten down by the weight of survival. The jobs available to him were far beneath the life he had envisioned. He had imagined London as a place where his hard work would lead to success. But instead, he found himself doing menial labor, his pride crushed. With every passing day, frustration gave way to bitterness, and soon the resentment bubbled to the surface. His anger found a target and the person who he had shared his dreams, Adah. He blamed her for their struggles, for the move to London, for the coldness in their lives. His once loving words turned to harsh criticism. He became controlling, hoarding what little money they had, leaving Adah to scrape for herself and their children. The home that was once filled with love was now filled with tension and sadness. As the cruelty deepened, Adah sought refuge, But her sanctuary was not in another person. It was in the pages of a notebook. Writing became her escape, her love, her lifeline. After long days of enduring Frances' cotton words, she poured her heart into the page. Writing was her silent rebellion, the one thing that was hers. However, Francis, now a man consumed by his own failures, couldn't allow her even that. When he discovered her manuscript, he saw it as a betrayal. And to show his control, in a fit of rage, he set it aflame. The words that had been her solace, her hope, turned to ashes. It felt as though her soul had been destroyed, as if the best part of her had been burned away. The manuscript was not just paper, it was her dreams, her voice, her hope for the future. And in one cruel act, it was all taken away from her. The pain was unbearable, but that moment of destruction also marked the beginning of her new life. The fire that consumed her manuscript also ignited something within her, a determination to save herself and her children from a man who once promised her the world. Adah knew what she had to do. With quiet strength, she began to plan. She saved money in secret, reached out to organizations for help, and built a support system. Slowly, she untangled herself from Frances' grip. Just as the manuscript had been reduced to ashes, so too did she let go of the life that no longer served her. Adah found a new home for herself and her children. She rebuilt her life, and with it, her dreams, her writing. The very thing Frances had tried to destroy began to gain recognition. She was no longer just a Nigerian woman in London. She was a writer and a mother. Frances became a figure of her past, lost in the ashes of what once was. Adah had found her way out, and as she looked out at the world, she felt peace. She finally made it to the life she had always wanted. The fairy tale didn't need a prince to save her. Adah saved herself. And the curtains closed. And this is the end of the story. This story was drafted from the book Second Class Citizen by Buchi Emecheta. If you enjoyed this story, do not forget to subscribe and leave a comment for more stories like this. Thank you.